This is step 2 of the Alberta Crown annual proration process. And this step is after the proration's been done. So if you look at the bottom left corner of the window, we can see the 2012 now has an annual prorated amounts for CCA, CP, and UOC. For 2012 also, the monthly amounts are now 0. Again, this is because this was the first time we've done a 2012 annual proration, and the monthly amounts get reversed. So that's why they're showing up in 0. So if you want to see what the proration actually did, go to the GL Reports tab, look at the annual proration detail report, hit retrieve, and this shows the breakdown by each well and cost center. Just scroll down a little bit, you'll see here the yellow band, hopefully you always want that to add to 100%, which is all the wells percentages adding up to 100% for the facility. Our numerator amount is the well share, so in this case the 370 is the net royalty for this well. The 42266 is the net royalty for the facility. Gives us the wells percentage. Take the wells percentage times the adjustment amount we put in, comes up with the individual CCA, CP, and UOC amounts. And these are all the entries you'll see that when you create your GL file, these are the entries that are going into the GL file by cost center for you. So that'll be the next step, would be to create the GL file. If the proration is, if you're happy with the proration. So going back to the proration tab, what we can see here is for 2012, we wanted to prorate $8.7 million. We actually prorated $2.7 million. The reason this happened is because on the right-hand side, we can see that the first facility, we have a 0 denominator. So if we have a 0 denominator, no matter what the adjustment amounts are, we can't prorate anything. We have nothing to prorate against. This is just in my example here. This might be an extreme example in this case because I do not have any Crown invoices for 2012 for most of these facilities. I have some, but not all of them, so I have a lot of denominators that show 0. In your situation, if you've imported all your Crown invoices over the last year or two, you should not see this happening on your side. So again, there's our button at the top to help us look at this, saying show facilities can't be prorated. If I click on that, the bottom of the screen, now I can see my totals for all the facilities that weren't prorated, and I have 6 million under CCA. If I was to add that to by 2.7, I'd come up with my $8.7 million. What to do about these amounts over here now, the only thing we can do with these is to take these adjustment amounts and include them in a facility that has a denominator. So if I sort by denominator, first I'm going to go back and say show all facilities. Now if I see all my facilities here, I can see all the facilities that have a denominator. So as this example here, if I was to put amounts into 82610, I would get a proration there to all the wells to that facility. So again, if we have amounts, as I scroll down, facilities that have amounts to them with no denominator, you can just reallocate these amounts to a different facility, and that's really the only process we can do to deal with those at this time. If you've done the proration and you've looked at it and you're not happy with the proration, you can always delete it and do it again, and you can do it as many times as you need to until you're ready to create the GL file. So in my situation, if I wasn't happy with this, I can hit the delete prorated entries button here. So I click on that. It just gives me a message saying it's going to delete my prorated entries for me. Do I continue? I say yes. And what's going to happen down here is the 2012 annual proration entries will disappear, and the monthly should be coming back for us. So say yes to that question. Look at the bottom. 2012 annual entries are now gone. They're also gone for 11 and 10, the adjustment amounts we put in there. And our 2012 monthly entries are back. So what's happened here is it's deleted all the annual prorated entries linked to this invoice number, and also the monthly entries that were reversals linked to this invoice number. So we're back at the beginning stage again where we can reprorate. So this is the process after the proration. Again, in the next video, I will go over the process of a typical month, where it's not the first time you have an annual proration. You have a proration all the years, and it's just booking the differences. That's in the next video. Thank you.